I am recording this in 4 parts, so I am almost done talking about my program. The last thing I was saying before I got cut off, as you can see, I am clearly in a different spot now. I am home from work, but I brought some stuff with me. So I brought with me the storytime plan, or the sheet that we give to parents, and then this is the plan. I wanted to show you one more time, just to say that this is a plan. I don't give this to the parents, but I do give this one to the parents. And what I was talking about with structure is just that I'm saying that the list of books is on the bottom right, and the list of songs that we always start, the song and rhyme that we always start with, is on the top left, and things like that. So while I didn't actually post the schedule ahead of time, or rather like post the schedule up on the wall, I would say, and now we're going to do a song. And I did want to sort of put that structure in there because I know that that would help with maybe children on the spectrum or children with cognitive disabilities, to really let them know what's coming up. And I would try to give a preview sometimes. So I'd say, okay, well, we're going to do finger play to the Itsy Bitsy Spider, and then next we're going to read a book. So telling them what was going to happen next. Or I'd say, okay, well, we're going to stand up on our feet and we're going to do a dance, and then when we're done with that, we're going to sit down and we're going to read a book, and stuff like that. But mostly, this was a wonderful experience. Again, I had about 26 people total, I believe, so like about 15, 18 kids. It's in a public library, the main library of a big library system. There's 10 total branches with 1 bookmobile. We are, the one I'm employed at, that is, Lexington Main Library, so it is the big main library, and we offer a lot of story times every week. We offer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On average, 7 story times to the public every week. No, 9 story times to the public every week. And then we go outreach. We do maybe 5 outreach programs a week, so a lot. And then we also have programs for teens, and anyway, teens and elementary kids. But talking about preschool, ultimately I did an inclusive preschool story time. And what it taught me was just that there are lots of things that can be done to be inclusive and welcoming for children with disabilities, that also make storytime enjoyable and interactive for everybody. Because ultimately, I firmly believe, I believed it before this class, and this class has showed me for sure, that interactiveness is the best way to get kids involved and get them interested and get them engaged. We did so many train things. We did a train flannel board. We read, I showed you earlier, that big book of Freight Train by Donald Cruz, and we talked about what sound does a train make. But then we also worked on things like gross motor skills, doing our arms up and down, and doing those big motions, so that would help children with visual challenges. We did things that could be modulated, so I talked about like Hickory Dickory Dock, doing it lots of different ways, so no matter what the physical ability of the child, everybody could participate. Again, I just wanted to make it fun, but I wanted it to be welcoming. I wanted all of those kids to know that no matter how they participated in story time, they could. And I wanted to let the parents know that there was a lot that the parents could do to get involved, and I also wanted to just really encourage them and let them know that by bringing their kid to story time, they are doing a good thing. They're doing a great thing. And to give the parents tools to take home and work with their children on story time, and also to let them know that there is a place where their child is welcome, and that it's providing valuable and research and education based approaches for why we do these things for story time. They're fun, but also, like I've been talking about with you the past 20 minutes, we do them for a reason. And also wanted to provide an opportunity for the children as well as the adults to be social with each other. I had this really wonderful conversation with a mom the daughter I referenced earlier, she has Down syndrome, the daughter. And the mom said that she really loved bringing her daughter to this particular preschool story time because it was forcing her daughter outside of her comfort zone. And the mom had wonderful things to say. The mom, the daughter, and a rotating crew of caregivers come with them every week, and I can see how much the little girl has improved. I see how she sits. I see how she interacts with other children. I see how she is able to better do things, and I see that she's able to communicate better. And the mother and the caregivers all commented on the fact that things like the loud noises, which I do try to keep under control because I know lots of kids will get freaked out and put their hands over their ears like this, but I can see how they scare her less. And I can see how she starts to remember and do Hickory Dickory Dock and Hey Diddle Diddle and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and Way Up High in the Apple Tree. And that's really meaningful. It is. So this was a wonderful, I think it went well. I had good feedback. And I do story time for lots of ages, but for all of the ages that I do, I like them to be as inclusive and open and sort of a little bit for everybody there as possible. So this was a really wonderful experience, and I'm glad that I got to share it with the children, and I'm glad I got to share some feedback with you. Thank you so much for your time.